do it through P-lines instead of using standard lines. Remember, there's a width option. We used it to create arrowheads and stuff. What I would do to this is I would basically take and print this as is. And if I wanted to create that illusion of things are narrowing as they go off, again, I wouldn't do it on this. I would do it if I was doing a football stadium, something like that, something very big. What I would then do is say, okay, you know what? I'm going to make everything around this corner, or around here, is going to have a line weight of 0.24. And I would use my P-lines, like this line, P-line would have an 0.24. This one would. This one would start. And then I would come and say, you know what, I'm going to come to this garage. This is almost the furthest away I get, is that corner. And I'm going to say this guy is going to be 0.012. Now, when I would come back and trace over the top of this and draw a P-line, and I would start my width right here at 0.24, and I would have my ending width at 0.12. And so that line is going to narrow to half its length over the length of that drawing. Then I would say, you know what, this guy right here, it's going to be a P-line, but it's 0.010, because it's a little further back there, right? So I would start this P-line at maybe a 0.022, and then shoot it back to there. Now, what you want to do is print this so you can write all this stuff down, because what happens to a P-line when you use the width option? It overrides the layer for line weight. Okay? So the layer has no control over line weight. Therefore, it's susceptible to your scale. So I've got to times all these numbers by my DSF. Okay. So I would take 0.24. In this case, I'm printing to a ½ inch to a foot. That's times 24. This number would then have to be times by 24. This one by 24. Because that line is going to be susceptible to scale. Okay. So keep that in mind. Whenever you use a P-line with the width function, it overrides the layer on line weight. That's why when you do P-lines, by default they have a line weight of 0. Then the layer controls it. Okay. Just caveat. Does this happen out in the industry? You bet. You bet. I've seen drafters do this several times that really want their stuff to look as eye-pleasing as they can get it. So that's another way you can create that depth illusion. If you wanted to add something to this, like let's say you want to add a deck and stairs. Lisa kind of came up to me and said, hey, I'd like a deck, but I don't want any balusters on it. Well, let's go ahead and put a deck on this thing. And I'll show you how I would do it. So in essence, let's say I want this whole thing right here to be a deck. It's going to be a...
Change the screen.
Thank you. So I want this whole area to be a deck right here. So I'm going to basically drive up. My guests are going to park their car. They're going to walk down a little sidewalk to right here and come in to some stairs. Now I'm going to kind of change your deck to a little bit like Jesse's deck, where I'm going to add a different stairway. You wanted stairs all the way across, which are fine. Just draw it however you want. You have to draw your two views. So in essence, let's go ahead and throw this deck together. First, I'm just going to draw it in this view. So it's going to sit there, and then right there. So there's the footprint of it. Okay. Now the next thing I need to do, so here's where the deck's going to be. Next thing I need to do is add some stairs to it. So I want them centered on my door here. So let's put them right there. Let's make them, how about 6 feet wide? Makes a nice stairway. A couple people can pass going by the stairs. Must have had a bad snap.